What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and some more Spectre Operations. We have the new two-player starter box for you guys here, so we're really excited to get this thing and take a look at it for you guys. So one thing to be said, this is not a very large box, as you can kind of see, right? And it's not too thick either, but this is probably the heaviest damn box for like a starter set. That I've had or seen for miniatures in quite some time. We're going to weigh this before we take everything out, but this feels like at least 5+ pounds. Why is that? Of course, there's the rule book in there, some terrain and other stuff, and of course, all the minis are metal. So we're going to flip this thing carefully to the back here. And again, one thing with the packaging for basically everything from Spectrum Miniatures, like it's all very minimalist. So like again, as you can kind of see, it's just very simple on the back here, no pictures or anything else of the contents. So welcome to Spectre Operations, right? This is everything you need for your first game. So there's 12 miniatures included, basically 2 squads of 6, so opposing forces there. Bases for everything, 4 6-sided dice. A Spectre Operations rulebook, so the full rulebook, I would imagine, from what I've seen. Starter set terrain from Blacksite Studio, love those guys, so good stuff there, shout out to them. And then a starter scenario, which I don't remember exactly what that is, but we'll certainly find it out as we open this for you guys. But anyway, we'll be right back after we get this open, guys, and kind of lay everything out for you, so take care. Alrighty, guys, welcome back, and here is everything that we got in the Spectre Ops 2-player starter. So they give you a starter scenario, which is pretty cool, basically just to kill the opposing side, but breaks down everything pretty simply for you, the forces that you should use, and how they're going to be equipped out of the 2 squads, basically, or factions that you get in the starter here. And then also I love that, quick reference stats and everything, so really cool. Like the way that that's formatted. So of course we get a full copy of the rulebook, which is fantastic. So we actually already had one, so we'll see about what we're going to do with this extra copy. So, but anyway, nice. It's always nice when a full copy of a rulebook is included in the starter. So great way to get people in the game. That being said, would have been cool potentially to see like a small format one, like some other companies do occasionally, but not a knock at all on what you get in here. Some of the smaller things, so set of 4 dice, so nothing too fancy or special there. Bases for the guys. Interestingly, the game uses, I think, I'm trying to remember, it's like 20 mil bases. I think that's what these are. But I think we're going to actually stick with like 25 mil bases, just like the bigger base for this scale. But anyway, that's what you get in there. Then we're going to take a look at these guys in a little bit more detail in just a bit. But anyway, so we get the Insurgents kill team here, 6 figures in there, and then DevGru. So, and I think one of the figures is actually the pupper here. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to take a look at that in a bit. And then we're not going to get into it in detail in this video, but this is that terrain that they give you in the starter here. So this is a decent little chunk of MDF and other bits here. So I think it makes a couple of walls and like a shack or something like that, or small building or 2 even. I don't know. We'll get this open and assembled here in due time. But really cool that they include a fair bit of that in the starter, and this is really what adds a lot of that weight. So between this and the rule book, that's what's adding that heft to that box. Like I said, it's a fairly small box overall, but feels like it weighs like 10 pounds. So anyway, so we're gonna get these open for you guys in just a second here, and then take a look. Alright, guys, so this is DevGru, the 6-figure squad here. Again, one of them is the dog. So pretty cool overall, lots of great detail for these guys, with their kit and everything. Again, the only thing that really is a gripe of mine so far with the game and just is the way the minis are packaged. So minimal packaging is fine, but basically these all sit on a piece of foam, and then they're just banging around and knocking around against each other in transit and stuff like that. So basically these all arrive in, essentially though with like the flash is one thing that's normal for minis, but basically every weapon either has a bent barrel, some pretty severely. Honestly surprised stuff doesn't break so far, but yeah, so as we were saying, so again, lots of stuff to bend back into place here, and this guy even with some of the flash and stuff. So like the whole barrel is like, and rifle is just bent all over the place. So it's going to take a fair bit of cleaning up to get this all into place. So again, not the end of the world. Thankfully, nothing's broken. That's the main concern. Um, but I feel like it really wouldn't be too hard to basically make the piece of foam in here a little bit thinner, and then put the minis on there, and then another piece of thinner foam on top, kind of sandwich them in between there, and kind of probably hold them in place, so that way this stuff doesn't happen in transit. But again, nothing that isn't fixable, but it really isn't that hard, I think, to find a better solution for packaging these guys so that they don't all arrive damaged. Basically, that's been the case with every single mini so far, unless it just had something that wasn't a situation where it could be bent or damaged. So we're going to take a look at the kill team next here, the Insurgents. So we'll open that here in just a sec for you guys. Alrighty, so got the Insurgents open here. So again, really good stuff overall. Love, again, like the poses, the kit, all that stuff. Guns are all, everything's well detailed more or less. Faces, at least initially here, we'll see how they look, when it's painted up. But the faces on these guys seem like a little bland by comparison, I guess. Not as sharply detailed, I guess, as the rest of the model. But as with DevGru, again, just to point out, like, again, everything's just kind of in the box there, so lots of bent barrels and other stuff. So not quite as severe here compared to the DevGru models, but again, just lots and lots of bending back into place on things. It's not just barrels, but like the entire rifles basically. And with these all being one piece minis, the arms are essentially fixed in place, right? So it's going to take a little bit of work here and there, and careful prodding and poking to kind of get these guns to look like they're actually straight. Otherwise it will look kind of weird when you have a gun that's like essentially pointing in 3 different directions at the same time. But other than that, I mean, overall, again, good stuff. Just little things I think that can be improved with the minis. It'll be interesting to see, in the future if they stick with metals for everything, or if resin or something will be in the works. But anyway, let us know your thoughts, guys. If you have either previously picked up Insurgents or DevGru or anything like that, or have also picked up the 2-player starter, what your thoughts have been on the minis so far, and just overall box contents. But again, definitely a good recommend, especially if you're thinking about getting into the game, right? I mean, this gives you a whole lot of bang for your buck. You get 2 squads right out of the box here, some dice to play with, bases, of course, some really awesome terrain. It's nice to see when they're partnering with other companies like that. So again, shout out to Black Site Studios. Again, they really produce good stuff. And then again, a full copy of the rule book, so you don't have to worry about any additional purchases right away beyond the 2-player starter. You have the full set of rules. You don't just have like starter rules or something like that. And then the fact that they throw in that beginner scenario just to get your feet wet, and they even recommend on it, play with just like the basics, and not worry about things like night vision, body armor, all that stuff. Just get a feel for the way the game works, and then you can build up and add all those other layers as you go. So anyway, overall thoughts really good. Just little things on like the miniature packaging, so that's itself that I think should be improved. But anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Thanks for hanging out, and look forward to more Spectre Ops content soon. We got plenty to clean up and assemble here. So between our recent videos where we picked up Ember Team, Rangers, and now these 2 guys, right, and some existing stuff that we have. With the PMC, and then a couple other things here and there. So we've got plenty of forces ready. We just need to get it all cleaned up, built, and then work on that terrain, and then get you guys some games. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.